Joke, and I was telling Jeffrey how good the studio smells. Well, how gorgeous does our studio look? You have outdone yourself on this quilt, I have to say. And you were telling me too, the shams come with it?
Yeah. You get a 3-piece set.
That
so you get the 2 shams.
Beautiful.
And you get the coverlet. This is brand new. We have done crochet before. We did an all over crochet.
Yeah.
This is crochet pieced with cotton. 100% crochet, hand done, hand crocheted with pieced inset cotton. Then it's backed with cotton. And what's lovely is that this is nice and lightweight for the spring and the summer.
It really is.
Okay, when you want to have something on the bed, but you don't want a quilt necessarily. Right. Okay, and because it has a cotton backing, you don't have to worry about putting your fingers through it or getting your rings caught in it.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
Because I've always loved crochet, but that's just it. I mean, you know, for fear of being a little too rough with it, you don't have to worry about the delicacy of it.
This you can machine wash delicate in your regular machine. Line dry this, okay? Comes with the 2 shams.
Beautiful.
European style envelope shams.
And you can buy additional shams if you would like, because if you're a pillow princess like I am, God knows, I've got multiple pillows on my bed.
I love that, pillow princess.
I am a pillow princess. I can't even stop buying pillows. I don't know what it is. Incidentally, these are the pink, that pale, that blush pink in the sheet set, which I think is such a perfect complement to that.
Beautiful with the white.
And Jeffrey, this is just such a nod to kind of classic nostalgia and romance, isn't it?
The idea, of course, it's inspired by vintage bedding, which you always see in bedding stores or vintage stores.
Oh, yes.
But you'll pay hundreds of dollars, and they still have stains and they have holes. And, you know, it's never perfect. This is perfect, brand new, but it looks like something that's old.
Absolutely. It's a keepsake, but it's a usable keepsake. I mean, this is something that you will definitely keep, you know, for generations. In fact, you will hand down. Catherine, we only have a couple hundred of these? There are only a couple hundred of these. Well, I'm not surprised. That flex pay, this is such a great value. When you consider less than $40, all that hand detail and all that hand work, it's really mind-blowing to me that, I mean, this, you know, was lovingly touched by hands to, you know, craft and make this happen.
Completely done by hand.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, look at the scalloped edges.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is such artistry, too. And, you know, I have to say, for a lot of us out there, this would just be out of reach in terms of...
it would be, you know, $500, $600, if not more. If you had a bigger bed, might be $1,000. You know, for bedding.
It would be.
And what a great wedding gift. We're going into that season. Great graduation. People, you know, graduating, moving into their first apartment. Isn't this a lovely thing to give?
It's just so pretty.
You know,
it's so
maybe you have brand new neighbors, you know, who moved in. You want to give them something beautiful.
And it's just, it's so feminine. It's just, there's something that's just so romantic and so nostalgic about it. And I know you were talking about the quilts that you find at the antique stores and estate sales and that kind of thing. I've got a couple of quilts, you know, that, you know, have been handed down in our family, and you don't touch them, right? You know, for fear of things will disintegrate. I mean, things are going to fall apart. And isn't it nice that you can have that romance and that nostalgia and really kind of that vintage feel, yet live with it and wash it, enjoy it.
And it's usable.
And it's usable.
Functional and usable.
So and then the fact that you're getting these, so that's all handwork too?
This is all handwork.
Really?
This is all handwork. All of this.
My gosh.
The scalloped edges, the inset, the cotton inset. I mean, it's like almost like antimacassar. Remember that? Remember your aunt made those kind of things to put over the arms of the chair, whatever. So it has that kind of a feeling to it. Has, of course, a European back, 100% cotton.
Yeah. Nice and soft. I'm so glad that you did that backing though, Jeffrey. And I mean, you really do think of every detail, because when I have seen things like this, I mean,
you've been nervous because you say, I'm going to spend all this money and then I'm going to put my ring through it, or the dog's going to snag on it and it'll be gone.
I know.
But you have this backing that protects it.
That's smart.
It also gives it that other little bit of a layer.
It does.
You know, for sleeping. And yet, you know, this is the perfect thing for spring and summer, because you don't want anything heavy on the bed.
Yeah, I mean, this to me just
like me,
spring.
I always want to have something that I can pull over me. I don't care how hot it is.
Exactly.
I want to have something I can pull up.
I know, because, you know, we always have the air conditioning cranked. It's nice. You just have a nice little layer. And then you can see, I can't believe all the handwork here. This is
all around
really
the edges.
marvelous.
I mean, look at this. Look at the detail on this.
Oh, good grief.
Look at that.
I mean, when you consider that, that's all handwork. And honestly, you could have done maybe some crochet detailing at the top or at the trim or maybe at the hems or just, you know,
all around.
Right, it's all the way around.
All around.
All the way around the perimeter. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't it fantastic?
Well, and that's why we could only bring in a couple of hundred. When we talk about all the handwork that is being done here, it's really marvelous. Love that flex pay. In fact, if you apply and buy with your HSN card, that means you can take some additional, you know, another $10 off, which is great. So we'd love to welcome you into our family. And Jeffrey, I think this is fun because you really do think of your customer and you think of what she might have or what she might want, but what she doesn't have right now. Right. And this is definitely that piece.
Absolutely.
It really is. So how would you layer? Would you layer this with a solid? Could I layer this up with prints, or what would you recommend?
Absolutely. It was fabulous with like the gingham, red and white gingham with the solid white. I mean,
why
not? How all-American could that be?
Yes,
you know?
It really would be.
Red and white gingham or navy and white gingham. I love it with the pastel stripes with that aqua stripe.
Oh, that would be good.
Beautiful underneath this with the white. You know, anything that works with white. You know, a pale color, the pale yellow color, the butter color would look gorgeous with this. The sage would be beautiful with this.
In fact, Tara, if it's okay, if we could get, you know, a couple of the pillowcases or maybe even the pillowcases from the sheets, guys, so that when we're doing this little mixing and matching, that would be fantastic. So if, that's awesome, perfect. Yep, just the pillowcases, because we're going to take advantage of the big brain on Jeffrey, because you know we have access to an award-winning designer, so we can do whatever we'd like. And Jeffrey, I'm with you. I always like to have a little layer on it. It's so nice because you could fold this at the foot of the bed. I even kind of like it as an accent piece if you're going to fold it up and maybe even put it on a leather chair or something that just needs a little, you know, romance, if you will. I mean, we're going to give you another little peek at those sheets if you are still calling, and Jeffrey's going to, we're going to utilize his expertise to give you some decorating ideas.
Look at this.
Oh, with the stars.
With the stars. Look how beautiful that is.
I like that.
Isn't that fabulous?
See, and that gives it a whole different feel.
A whole different feeling.
Okay. Because with the blush pink, obviously, it's very romantic. It's very charming.
I love it with this.
Now that's like Hamptons to me.
Yeah,
I mean, that really is. That's like my beach house. We wish.
Beautiful, okay?
Okay.
Here's with the coral.
Oh, now, isn't that fun?
I mean, that even looks great with the pink.
Oh, actually, it really goes good with that blush pink. I like that. All right.
Then you've got the All-American.
Oh, you know what? That might even be my favorite.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And that's something really unexpected. I wouldn't have thought to do that. But you're right. That really is Americana at its best. That is as all-American as it gets. Oh, and then with the navy. Oh, fun.
And for the pillow princess, you have a solid white pillow. Solid white pillow. The white crochet coverlet. And then you have the two pillows behind in gingham.
Absolutely. And in fact, you know what? Hey, Benel, could you do me a favor? I know you've wanted to throw things at me before. If somebody wants to throw me one of the gingham pillows just to show you how the pillow would match back and forth, Tara, thank you. She's like, I'm going to hit you over the head, doggone it. Perfect. Just to kind of give you the whole picture.
We like to keep these people on their toes.
I know. I feel so sorry for linen shows are hard to do anyway, but I am such a crazy person with the linens because I'm like, oh, I want to show this, and then I want to show this, and then I want to show this. Just because I'm shopping like you are, I want to build the room in my mind, right? It's nice to see how things kind of interact, if you will. So, oh, thank you. That makes such a difference.
Look at that.
Oh. I got to tell you, that might be my favorite. I mean, it's so pretty and romantic with the blush pink, but
that takes on a whole nother feeling this way.
It does. It's so
like crisp and American and Kansas and you know, Oklahoma and Texas.
Isn't that great? Remember, only a couple hundred to go around. You do get 2 of the shams, and then we do have additional shams. I know we don't have a lot of them though to go around. So if you want to kind of build your bed, if you're a pillow princess like I am, you don't have to worry about this. And Jeffrey, you were saying, even though this is all this handwork, it's still machine washable?
Machine washable on a delicate cycle, line dry up.
No kidding.
That's all you have to do, yeah.
Oh, that's really striking. Yeah. And I honestly don't know how you found manufacturers to do this for you.
It's not easy, and that's why, again, we don't have a lot of them.
I know.
Because it takes a long time to do this. This is all done by hand. It's all pieced in by hand.
I know, that's perfect. Thank you guys. I know we're on the overhead, so I'll, you know, I'll kind of remove myself so you can see this because it's white on white. So hopefully you can see the details on your television. It's actually, I think, more intricate and even more beautiful in person, just because sometimes on camera, white on white is a little harder to show.
Right.
But if that helps put it in perspective, these are all, that's all hand done, all hand done, all hand done, all hand done. I mean, all hand done. That's, the labor intensity of this is just,
mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. I mean, I really am. I'm shocked. So, of course, we did not bring in a lot of these. Boy, you supplied this with your Jeffrey Banks candles that I know a lot of you are still calling on, and you've got a mood. You've got a whole new home. You've got an instant makeover. You know what's really interesting? When you think about it, if you get the quilt set, which is that coverlet and the 2 pillowcases, if you add on the sheets, okay, which are only $30, you've basically done a whole room for less than 200 bucks.
Right.
I mean, literally. So, and then you get the luggage and, you know.
Then you're ready to travel.
And then you're ready to travel, take it on the road.
Show on the road.
Exactly. I love how you've displayed the sheets there, Jeffrey, because that really proves a point. That's one of the things I think in particular about this quilt, no matter what kind of pattern or style or theme you have going on, this really does work.
Works perfectly.
It does. And the price is certainly unbelievable for what we're doing tonight with all that handwork. Fewer than 300 remain. The sheets that Jeffrey is displaying for you, I think, yes, actually the item number is at the bottom of your screen. So at this point, we do have all colors and we have all sizes, which is really remarkable because we should be charging more money for the bigger sizes. That's what every retailer does.
And I gotta tell you, if you like these prints, do not hesitate.
Yeah, they go quick.
They go very quick, and then people yell at me because, oh, I wanted to